Hi, I'm Carlton Kuhn, the author of Daily Things of Christian Living. I want to say a great thank you to my many readers, and I appreciate your comments back to me. Several of you just in a meeting the last few weeks encouraged me. You said you read my stuff, and for an author, that's kind of what keeps us going back to the hard work of writing another book. I want to introduce you to Rob. Rob had been a Christian for several years. When he was born again, he was very excited and enthused about his new Christian life. And in his discipleship classes, he learned some things about serving God and was very committed. He quickly got involved. And again, he was enthusiastic about the church. In the process of time, Rob began to fade. It wasn't that he backslid, but instead he lost his energy. He lost his enthusiasm. He continued to live right. It wasn't worth going back to the old life that he had once known. There was nothing there for him. But it was as though he was serving God without any grand energy for the cause of God. Well, somebody told him about a book I wrote 30 years ago, Daily Things of Christian Living, and he managed to acquire one of the 4,000 copies of it and read the book. More than reading it, he decided to apply some of the things that were in the Daily Things of Christian Living, establish them as habits in his life. And it wasn't long before there was a new sense of waking up every morning with Rob saying to himself, I know what I'm supposed to do for God today. And with that sense of knowing what he was to do and knowing that there were opportunities and responsibilities, Rob began to invest himself in establishing these 7 habits that are talked about in the New Testament. His knowledge expanded, his maturity in being able to deal with other people and bless them and help them in their Christian growth steadily moved forward as well. Rob took advantage of everything that was part of the Daily Things of Christian Living that was written 30 years ago. This 30th anniversary update is a book that I'm incredibly excited about. Number one, I believe in these 7 things being life-changing for those who will read and apply what is talked about. But this update offers a short video for each of the daily things, and there are several free downloads in the book. I have a list of recommended reading as well. There's a 50-day devotional that will follow. I don't know if Rob had the opportunity back then, he'd have probably bought the Audible as well. The Daily Things of Christian Living made a difference in Rob's life. What's different? He starts each day with a sense of Christ's task on his calendar. He knows that there are meaningful things that he needs to do. Some of it resulted in him growing personally. I Die Daily was one of those things, and Give Us This Day Our Daily Bread both resulted in Rob growing in a very personal way. He was also challenged to be proactive. He followed in the example of the disciples who were in the temple and from house to house daily sharing the gospel of Christ. And so now you have a mature Christian who is able to bless and benefit others. It may well be that you are a bit like Rob was those years ago, and you're needing focus. I encourage you to read Daily Things of Christian Living. As always, my books are guaranteed here in the United States. Shipping is free. This is a good book. It deserves to sell 1 million copies. After you read yours, buy one for somebody else. Tell somebody else that they really need to read this life-changing book. I don't say that every one of my books should sell 1 million copies, but this one, it should. Thank you for being a reader. Thank you for growing. God bless you.